Most of all, I think eternal marriage cannot be achieved without a commitment to make it work. And most of what I know about this I've learned from my companion. We've been married for almost 47 years now, and from the beginning, she knew what kind of marriage she wanted. We started out as poor college students, but her vision for our marriage was exemplified by a set of silverware. As is common today, when we married, she registered with a local department store. Instead of listing all the pots and pans and appliances we needed and hoped to receive, she chose another course. She asked for silverware. She chose a pattern and a number of place settings and listed knives, forks, and spoons on the wedding registry and nothing else. No towels, no toasters, no television, just knives, forks, and spoons. And so the wedding came and went, and our friends and our parents' friends gave gifts. We departed for a brief honeymoon and decided to open the presents when we returned. And when we did so, we were shocked. There wasn't a single knife or fork in the lot. We joked about it and went on with our lives. 2 children came along while we were in law school. We had no money to spare. But when my wife worked as a part-time election judge, or when someone gave her a few dollars for her birthday, she would quietly set it aside, and when she had enough, she would go to town to buy a fork or a spoon. It took us several years to accumulate enough pieces to use them. But when we finally had service for 4, we began to invite some of our friends for dinner. Before they came, we would have a little discussion in the kitchen, which utensils we would use, the battered and mismatched stainless or the special silverware. In those early days, I would often vote for the stainless. It was easier. You could just throw it in the dishwasher after the meal, and it took care of itself. The silver, on the other hand, was a lot of work. My wife had it hidden away under the bed where it couldn't be found easily by a burglar. She had insisted that I buy a tarnish-free cloth to wrap it in. Each piece was in a separate pocket, and it was no easy task to assemble all the pieces. When the silver was used, it had to be hand-washed and dried so that it wouldn't spot, and put back in the pocket so it wouldn't tarnish, and wrapped up and carefully hidden again so it wouldn't get stolen. And if any tarnish was ever discovered, I was sent to buy silver polish, and together we carefully rubbed the stains away. Over the years, we added to the set, and I watched with amazement how she cared for that silver. My wife was never one to get angry easily. However, I remember the day when one of our children somehow got hold of one of those silver forks and wanted to use it to dig up the backyard. That attempt was met with a fiery glare and a warning not to even think about it, ever. I noticed that the silverware never went to the many ward dinners she cooked, or never accompanied the many meals she made and sent to others who were sick or needy. It never went on picnics, and it never went camping. In fact, it never went anywhere. And as time went by, it didn't even come to the table very often. Some of our friends were weighed in the balance and found wanting, and they didn't even know it. They got the stainless when they came to dinner. The time came when we were called to go on a mission. I arrived home one day and was told that I had to go rent a safe deposit box for the silver. She didn't want to take it with us, she didn't want to leave it behind, and she didn't want to lose it. For years, I thought she was just a little bit eccentric. And then, one day, I realized that she had known for a long time something that I was just beginning to understand.